Hey everyone, and welcome to Boston Auto Blog. It has been a long time in the making, and I know some of you guys who are friends of mine that own a GT86 have been waiting for me to do a feature video of this car. Now, what better way to do a feature video of either a GT86, FRS, or BRZ than to do a very limited edition? Now, in fact, the TS for 2020, they'll only be selling 300 of these in the United States. Now, we live in the age of horsepower, performance, hypercars, supercars, electrification of average vehicles, 0 to 60 times below 3 seconds. But the BRZ doesn't fit any of those molds. In fact, the BRZ 25 years ago would have been the essential JDM sports car. It's affordable, it's agile, small, track-oriented. It also has a 6-speed manual transmission. This actually is the perfect car for any young car enthusiast. Now, back in 2018, Subaru did offer the TS. They only made 500 of them in the United States, and for 2020, they're only making 300. So in this video, we're gonna see how this TS differs from the previous one, and why it might be a very fun sports car for you. Now, before we get in this review, I'd like to thank Subaru of Wakefield in Wakefield, Massachusetts for allowing me to do this review. Their link will be in the description below, so you can check out their extensive Subaru inventory. Now, this is the largest Subaru dealership in Massachusetts. They provide a wide selection of vehicles, including a 1 of 300 BRZ. They provide over 70 used cars, and also they have the best prices available in the state. So if you are looking for a new or used Subaru, definitely check out what they have. As I mentioned in my previous videos here at the dealership, Subaru of Wakefield is all about charity work and giving back to the community. And this month, and it's your last month to buy a ticket, you can win a Subaru Forester. All proceeds will go to help fight ALS, and it's just a really good cause. So I will leave all the social media links to the dealership below, so you can check out what's going on at the dealership, what charities they're working with, and also see what new cars are arriving at the showroom. And so, with all that being said, let's get right into this review. In the days of speed and significant increases in horsepower figures, you'd think it would be rare to see young drivers get drawn in by a car that, by today's standards, is one of the last remaining links to the automotive past. Yet for almost a full decade, Subaru and Toyota's collaboration on this tiny two-door sports car has arguably created not only a cult following of passionate owners, but may have also crafted an all-time JDM classic. What makes the Subaru BRZ unique and special in the eyes of enthusiasts is that it pays homage to what made Japanese cars so special in the 90s, while also now appealing to drivers who autocross or participate in track events. Now on its 8th year of production, Subaru brought back the TS badge for the second time, with the 2018 model year being limited to 500 in the United States. This time around, there's been some minor cosmetic changes compared to the last TS, but more importantly for the driver, Subaru added a few upgrades compared to the limited trim that will improve driving dynamics and handling as well. All BRZ TS models will be painted in cosmetic white, which normally when I film these videos, I don't stare and gawk at a vehicle. But the white and black contrast we're going to see throughout this car certainly grabbed my attention. Up front, you're going to notice one difference compared to the BRZ Limited, and that's the deletion of the fog lights, and replacing it is a gloss black mesh grille design that adds some character to the TS. Obviously, with this car being tuned by STI, cherry blossom red accents will be found around the front grille, along with the TS badging. Full LED headlights and turn signal indicators will come standard, which still grabs attention due to Toyota and Subaru being known for their partial LED headlight designs on their vehicles. Moving over to the side profile, The TS will be sitting on 18-inch STI aluminum alloy wheels in matte bronze finish, along with Brembo 4-piston brake calipers. As mentioned before, there's a list of upgrades for cornering and drivability, as this BRZ has STI Sport Tune suspension and STI draw stiffeners and flexible V-bar. Knowing that buyers will likely track this car, Subaru made the necessary improvements to give drivers the best experience out of the box. Another minor difference compared to the BRZ Limited is the crystal black silica heated side mirrors, which gives this car a great road presence, especially when staring at it head on. Coming around back, for 2020 you're going to notice that Subaru went with a smaller rear wing, giving drivers better vision. This was done for two reasons, one being that some owners of the 2018 model year complained about the lack of rear vision. But by going more conservative on the additional aesthetic upgrades, Subaru could offer the 2020 BRZ TS at a price point below $33,000, whereas in 2018, you'd be looking at just over $34,000. The cherry blossom red accents continue around the rear diffuser. And rounding out the road presence of the BRZ, you'll get LED taillights. For performance, the BRZ TS is powered by a 2-liter Boxer 4-cylinder engine that puts out 205 horsepower and 156 pound-feet of torque, and is paired with a 6-speed manual transmission. For 0 to 60 times, you can expect close to the low 6-second range, but this car is truly meant for cornering on back roads and feeling fully connected behind the wheel, which has become a lost art in the automotive industry these days. For the drivetrain, you get the good old-fashioned rear-wheel drive, making the BRZ the only non-all-wheel drive vehicle in the Subaru lineup. And for fuel efficiency, you can expect to receive 21 miles per gallon in the city and 29 miles per gallon on the highway. Inside, you're greeted by two-toned heated leather trimmed seats with Alcantara inserts for both the driver and passenger. These seats are both manually adjustable, but the bolstering is very aggressive, which hugs you the minute you step inside. In front of you, to the right of your analog gauges, a digital display will show a variety of information that will be useful to you when tracking or when you're on a spirited drive. Moving over to the infotainment system, you'll get a 7-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Below, you'll find the dials and buttons for your dual-zone climate control, which still surprises me for a car of this size. Just like with most Subaru models, the switches for your heated seats will be found in the center console. And rounding out the interior, you won't have a center storage compartment or armrest, but you will have a removable cup holder along with a 12-volt outlet. Now for rear cargo room, you're going to find just over 7 cubic feet of rear cargo space. Now most likely the BRZ won't be your only car in the driveway, so practicality isn't really a top priority for you. However, it is good to know that I have enough room for my camera gear. In fact, this isn't everything, so I could fit everything I need for a day like today where I go out and film at a dealership, or I'd have enough room for detailing equipment or even groceries for myself. So it is good to know that even though this most likely will be a track car, a car that you take to car events or on back roads, that you still have some practicality to work with, and you could actually drive this car on a daily basis if you are a young driver. You will get 2 additional seats for passengers, but most likely this will be used for cargo rooms, storage, groceries when you go to the store. It's just not likely that you would ever put a friend back there, although I can speak from experience that we did fit one of our smaller friends. But one of the reasons why I am not going to sit back there is because I don't really feel like being cramped. So most likely this is really going to be used for additional storage and really to maximize as much cargo room as you can with this car. Now at the end of the day, the BRZ truly is the last of its kind. It too will also change in the future, as Subaru and Toyota have plans to offer more horsepower and a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Now I know a number of you guys who own a GT86, FRS, and BRZ truly love what this car provides. It's small, agile, affordable, but also it's really fun. It's a car you can take to the track, but also the BRZ and the GT86 itself has become an autocross icon just because of its lightweight, but also its cornering ability. But what I find rather important about this car is the fact that it's also one of the last cars that you can feel truly connected behind the wheel. You have a 6-speed manual transmission, and it really is just a last connection to what the automotive industry used to be about. But also what the JDM market used to be about as well, where it was just a small car that you could really truly enjoy. It wasn't going to beat a Camaro or a Ford Mustang, but you could just have a lot of fun without getting into too much trouble. What I also like about this car as well is that there is a sense of attention to detail. So you do have Alcantara inserts along with leather trim seats. You have heated seats as well. But also, even on the doors, you have nice soft touch padding, and even around the speaker itself, soft touch padding as well. So if you are taller, your knee is probably going to be probably hitting that part of the door. So you're not going to want to hit hard plastic. That nice little leather area is really nice. You have this nice steering wheel with red contrast stitching. It's just the small details that I really like. I was also really surprised to see that it had dual zone climate control as well, especially for a car of this size. It is kind of sad to see this going away. I don't know what Toyota and Subaru have in store, if they plan on making one more year of the BRZ and the GT86, but it does kind of bring some sadness at the fact that the last true connection to cars of the past will also go away as well, just because that's really the direction that the automotive industry is going in, where you want to have more horsepower and performance and also have a turbocharged four-cylinder engine. So from that standpoint, it makes sense, but I can totally see, after spending some time with this car, I can totally see why GTA 6, FRS, and BRZ owners truly love this car. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.